Hello, my name is Joseph Chambers, and welcome back to Marvel Stories. Today, the story is titled Battle for Earth. It was a quiet night. The Avengers were enjoying a well-deserved rest when an explosion rocked the National History Museum. The Avengers arrived at the scene to see Thanos, one of the most dangerous villains in the universe. Thanos was looking for an ancient artifact, the magical sword of Hysteria. The supervillain fired a blast of energy at Captain America using his Infinity Gauntlet, a magic glove that drew its energy from 6 powerful gems. Captain America quickly raised his indestructible shield, but Thanos was very powerful. The force of his blast threw Captain America backwards into his fellow Avenger, Falcon. "You humans are no match for me," the villain said as he moved deeper into the museum. "Once I have the sword of Hysteria, I will slice your beloved planet Earth in two." Hawkeye moved into position to stop the supervillain, but Thanos was faster than the hero had imagined. Before Hawkeye could even lift his blow, Thanos spun around and blasted the archer off his feet. Turning back around, Thanos smashed the glass case that protected the sword of Hysteria. Thanos laughed as he took hold of the magical artifact. "The sword is mine!" he roared triumphantly. "My plan is almost complete. No one will be able to stop me now." Captain America and Black Widow charged towards Thanos, but they were too late. With an evil laugh, the supervillain teleported away with the sword, leaving Cap and Black Widow to look after an injured Hawkeye and Falcon. High above the ground, hidden among the clouds, hovered the massive SHIELD helicarrier, headquarters of the world's best super spies. On board, the Avengers met with Nick Fury, the director of SHIELD. "We know why Thanos stole the sword of Hysteria, and what his ultimate plan is," Nick Fury told the group. "What we don't know is where he's going. According to intel on the sword, he's powerless unless it's returned to the place where it was created," Iron Man said. "That could be anywhere," Nick Fury said as he shook his head. Just then, Special Agent Ruby, who specialised in ancient artifacts, joined the group. "Maybe I can help," Agent Ruby said. "The sword was being held for safekeeping at the Natural History Museum, but my sources say it was created at Castle Arol in the Carpathian Mountains." Agent Ruby pulled up an image of the castle. Nick Fury looked at the image, then turned to the group. "Well, looks like you're going in Romania." The Avengers wasted no time as they boarded the Quinjet and raced to Romania. The heroes soon arrived at Castle Arol, but Thanos had beaten them there. As the Avengers rushed towards him, the sword of Hysteria began to glow with ancient energy. It was very close to the palace it had been forged. The Avengers had to stop Thanos, and fast. They were the planet's last hope. They sprang into action, but Thanos was not going down without a fight. Thor and Hulk pressed the attack, while Thor threw his enchanted hammer Mjolnir at Thanos. Hulk smashed his fists into the ground. Shockwaves radiated out, shaking the earth, but Thanos had drawn extra energy from the sword of Hysteria. He was now more powerful than ever, and he easily deflected Thor's hammer, as well as withstanding Hulk's shockwaves. As the sword pulsed with magical energy, Thanos stepped over the crumpled outer castle wall. Just a few more feet, and the sword would be at full power. Iron Man raced in to stop Thanos, but the supervillain used the power of the sword to short-circuit Iron Man's armour. As Thanos continued forwards, he fired an energy blast at Hulk. Thanos knew the blast would only temporarily blind Hulk, but it would give him the time he needed. With Hulk out of the way, Thanos swept past the rest of the Avengers and into the ancient castle. Behind him, Black Widow fired electrostatic bolts from her bracelets, but she was too late. The energy had no effect on the supervillain. Thanos had reached his destination. the very spot where the sword of Hysteria had been created so many centuries earlier. As Thanos raised the sword triumphantly in the air, a swirl of colourful lights appeared in the sky above him, temporarily blinding the Avengers. The blaze of energy engulfed Thanos and the mystical sword. The ground shook and cracked beneath the Avengers' feet. The air, charged with magical power, crackled around them. Had Thanos won? The Avengers needed another plan. Iron Man's armour was useless, but Tony Stark's genius-level mind was not. He had a plan. They couldn't defeat Thanos as long as he held the sword, but they could destroy the sword itself. Thor used Mjolnir to bring down the lightning and empower Captain America's shield with Asgardian energy. Iron Man turned to Hulk. "We need your strength," he said. At Iron Man's direction, Hulk hurled Cap's energized shield at the sword of Hysteria. Thanos was so focused on the sword, he did not realise that he was under attack. He was preparing to slice the earth in two when suddenly he saw a red, white and blue blur zooming towards him. There was no time for him to act. Captain America's shield, powered by Thor's Asgardian energy and the superhuman strength of the Incredible Hulk, struck the sword of Hysteria. Thanos managed to jump back, but he could not save the weapon. The magical artifact shattered into 1,000 pieces. The sword's ancient enemies were released, causing an enormous explosion that knocked Thanos back. Pieces of the sword fell into the going around him. Thanos knew he was defeated, his sword stolen and broken, and his plans for the destruction of Earth were at an end. The triumphant Avengers surrounded Thanos, but the supervillain would not allow himself to be captured. As they closed in on him, Thanos teleported away. The Avengers knew Thanos would return one day to finish what he started, and when he did, Earth's mightiest heroes would be there to stop him. Thank you for listening, and next time the story will be about the villain Kang the Conqueror.